Hi, welcome to Truth of Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 165 coming at you today. Welcome to the show, Matt Wismer.
Very happy to be back. This is my third time coming on the show. Feel like I'm kind of a vet now. I don't know.
Listen, if Matt Wismer's here, what month is it?
March.
It's March.
March, yeah.
Time to be serious.
Do we
It's March.
sleep this month or no?
Yeah.
No sleeping in March. Before we begin, before you say whatever you're going to say, the people might forget who Matt Wismer is. So I just thought we could play a
We
game.
should get to know.
It's called
Matt
Get
Wismer.
to Know Wiz again.
Okay.
So his government name is Matthew Gerald Wismer, CA. That's what he says in his emails now. Can I say that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
You
CA
can
or
say that,
CPA?
yeah. No, it's CA.
CA.
Okay.
He likes audits. Do you have any thoughts on audits?
That's what I do for a living right now currently, yeah. So
He's really good at it. Third appearance on the show, has a brother named Nick. That's all I have for Get to Know Wiz. If you want to fill in any gaps or Dad, if you want to talk about Wiz, now would be the time.
I think we would be remiss in not recognizing the legacy of the Wismer Clydesdales.
that is true as well.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big part of our county's history.
Well,
Talk about the Clydesdales, please.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about it before on the show. But
Our fans want to know.
fans want to know again. So yeah, my family does have Clydesdale horses. In the post actually on Instagram, I'm gonna force Isaac to put the picture of him posing with one of my horses.
Nice.
So yeah, we've had them for a while. We raised them, showed them, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I also wanted to say, if you're not watching on YouTube, I know Tal loves to say this, come and check out the YouTube because you'll see that we're wearing some very fancy hats.
Fancy.
Also, if you remember me from last year, you'll see that I look like a different person now. I'm experimenting with a beard.
We're not sure if it's farmer vibe or terrorist vibe. Fans, why don't you let us know what you think?
Not terrorists. Anti.
No, that's bad.
No, actually, though. We're
Yeah.
anti.
No, we're anti-terrorists.
Sorry about him.
Okay.
Sorry about him.
Next.
Off the top,
Sure.
we have to talk about the Detroit Tigers for a minute. Like,
Briefly.
spring training is right around the corner, and I gotta say, I'm pumped. Our pitching staff is going to be the best in baseball.
We haven't done a super deep dive on the Tigers here, but
The next show is the deep dive. We're just
yeah.
a little sprinkling.
Just get ready. They're winning the division. They're maybe winning the American League. And they're probably going to win the World Series. The first things have to happen. We have to chime in, please.
I have two questions.
Yeah.
One question, I forget the guy's name. There's
Kevin McGonigal.
No, there's a maybe I don't know. There's a prospect, young guy who seems
That's
like
him.
he's a little too big for his britches.
Oh,
Like,
that's
he's a
Max
little-
Clark.
That guy.
Yeah.
What do we think about him? Because I saw a clip of him. He had like the most disastrous game like of all time, and then he's also like flexing these chains and
Yeah.
his money. Like, what do we think of him?
He has an old man take. What does the old man take?
Honestly, I don't care. If he
Okay.
hits 280, gets 20 bombs, and plays good D, he can wear whatever the heck he wants.
So that's the progressive take. I didn't expect that.
I know.
You got a quarter
I-
zip on today.
I get a quarter zip on. I'm so much more progressive. Hanging out with these young bloods really changes me.
Okay. My take on Max Clark is, I kind of agree with that. Like, I just care. As long as he's wearing a Detroit Tiger uniform, I will be rooting for him like a psycho, right?
Yeah.
Even if I don't love
He's not a bad dude, so he's a little showy.
He's a little showy. You call him Max Prideful Clark. He'll be fine. I think he should be a good big leaguer. But he's not going to save our lives like Kevin McGonigal will. I don't know what your second question was. Was it about him?
No, it was more so about the Scooble World Baseball Classic stuff.
That's we can go with WBC. That's kind of a stay away.
The Americans don't care nearly as much about the WBC as Japan, Korea, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Cuba. It's everything to them. It's not everything to the Americans.
That's a fact. Like, objectively, you can't really argue that. The fans show it. The managers that know what games matter show it, right? Like, the Americans got a lot of
American
bad
manager
coverage.
didn't even know how the playoff worked.
And like, was publicly saying, like, things that would allude to him thinking the game didn't matter, that he actually needed to win. And made some managerial decisions that didn't make any sense because he didn't think it mattered. So, I guess there's a little baseball there, WBC. But the takeaway is the Tigers are winning the series.
The early season win, do you know who that goes to? It goes to Isaac Chudner for identifying about 6 weeks ago the Sunday night game that I think we paid $8 a ticket for. Is that correct?
It's something. I think it's single digits.
Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be Justin Verlander's first start back at home, and it's going to blow up, and it's going to be amazing.
Hopefully, Sunday night baseball.
The way it lines up.
Sunday night baseball. We got I was waiting for tickets. Tickets cheap. I got them. And now it's shaping up like that could be Justin's first game back, return of Justin. Welcome back, Justin. Well, we already did a welcome home Justin take.
Yeah.
But the Tigers are a very big deal, and especially
Big deal.
Especially if the Pistons flame out, then the Tigers will become a bigger deal. That's how that works.
True.
Okay, that's what I have to say on the Tigers.
Okay, Red Wings, please make the damn playoffs. Come on.
Wiz Cook.
Cook a little bit there, Wiz.
Okay, the Red Wings, finally, like my entire childhood was the Red Wings, okay? All I cared about was hockey. That's all I watched. I didn't really pay attention to many other sports. And now, they're finally coming back. It's been, 10 years since they made the playoffs?
9.
Is it only 9? Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's only 9. But, honestly, at first...
It's about 40% of your life.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of my life. And at first I wasn't super thrilled with the deadline, but looking back on it, I now think it was the right decision because Eisman doesn't like to make these big moves at the deadline. He makes his big moves in the offseason. He doesn't want to make any of these impulse big decisions. And you saw from the other trades that happened, it was a seller's market. It wasn't you had to pay a lot to get good players in this trade deadline. So I think the team's in a good spot. Obviously right now the injuries are tough. They've been playing with no centers. That's it's hard to win games. They looked really good against Calgary the other night. Just gotta hold on. Just hold on.
Right?
They are poop, but you just gotta hold on. They're in a playoff spot. Just hold. That's all I'm saying. Hold.
Okay. Good. You guys notice how Wiz worked in an accounting term? Buyer's market.
Oh yeah, I thought he was going to talk about asset management.
Seller's market. Yeah.
Seller's market.
Okay, so the Wings, do you have any... So, I liked your take there. My limited knowledge of the Wings is they'll squeak in the playoffs. March is always bad. But the Falk trade is going to be a good one, and will probably be a good one next year, because we won't see any regression from him yet, right? And then there's all these cool young guys that are coming up that they could have traded at the deadline, but they're holding on, right? That's the same story as the Tigers.
So the Falk trade, looking back, I do think it was a good trade. In the moment, I was mad just because it literally was a buzzer beater for the trade deadline, and I was just upset that I didn't think they were going to make a trade. And then when this came in as a buzzer beater, I was still just in that upset mood. But now looking back on it, I do think that was a great trade, and their decor is much better because of it.
Good stuff. We'll talk about the Lions at the end.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah,
We're not doing it now. I don't want to do it now. We can talk about Bam scoring 83, or we can talk about the greatest inventions in mankind history. Those are my two remaining off the tops.
We have to talk about Bam's 83 because it's a conspiracy theory. The NBA got together with Bam's people because they disrespected Kobe. So what they did is they decided to get all these factors working together to get
Kobe.
Bam 83 points to beat Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. And it's weak sauce. I know, it was a 70-point game, and the last 13 points were a complete conspiracy, but I don't like it. My initial take was I was not opposed to it.
Okay.
Now I am.
My initial take is you don't know you're not using conspiracy right. That's not what a conspiracy is. What is a conspiracy?
Bam was taken over by robots and
Okay.
aliens.
All right.
Really?
Actually,
Wow.
no, I just made that one up.
Oh, okay, that one was made up. The other one's real, though. The other one was a real conspiracy.
My Bam take is, and I'd be curious to hear Wiz's take, because Wiz is not a huge NBA guy. You're just kind of a fan of the game, right? You're more of a basketball guy than an NBA guy, you would say, if that makes sense. The Bam thing is, it's I have the old man take, where it's what happened to the game I love. Back in my day, we wouldn't intentionally foul to get your boy more shots, right? Obviously, Wilt scoring 100, it's complete. I don't even like comparing it to that.
Plumbers.
No 3-point shots, 15 people in the stand. It's just, I don't like comparing eras.
No three in the key, so we just camped there.
No 3 in the keys. Yeah, objectively. That's a huge, huge thing. I think it's unethical. I think it's 83, and 83 is 83, and people saying, it doesn't count, or it should be revoked, or they should... that. I just don't get that. It's 83. He scored 83. His second most points in a game in history.
Kobe's last 7 points in his 81-point game were actually from the line as well.
Okay.
But it wasn't that game still close. He had to score all those points to win the game. It wasn't they were up by 30.
Yeah, maybe not all of them, but it was certainly a lot closer than this BS game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was no intentionally fouling to get the ball back and doing shenanigans, missing free throws. There was nothing like that.
That was the worst.
So, don't love it. And also, I'm not a huge Bam guy, but here's where my Jimmy Butler radicalism starts kicking in, right? So I don't want to get into that.
If Bam was better, Jimmy would have a championship.
See, now you're setting me up, and I'm just going to keep going. You're right. Yeah. You're right. He didn't even need to be better. He needed to be 22 and 15. That's it. A couple blocks. Nonetheless, Bam 83, Wiz, what do you think about it?
Yeah, so you're right. I'm not a big NBA guy. I saw on Instagram somebody posted a story that Bam had 83, and I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like a meme.
Not real.
And then I looked at it, and I was like, oh my God, like it's actually real. Like, how did this possibly happen? I didn't know Bam could even shoot threes, to be honest. Like, I think he hit, 6?
Yeah, it's a this year
But he
thing.
was 6 for 20.
Right, and he did take a bunch. And then I looked and I saw, okay, he shot 45 free throws. That's like crazy to me. Like, how do you shoot that many free throws in a single game? Like was he, like, how did he just get fouled that many
Washington's
times?
got no bigs, first of all, and they were just feeding him.
Washington is just at fault as the Heat. And all the
Agreed.
players, all the conspiracy theories there. Like, Washington, it's just like, sell the team. Like, that team should not be
Washington
allowed.
was part of the conspiracy as well.
They were in on it. There's some calls made.
But then, like, people are, I feel like, going at Bam way too hard. Like, it's not him. There's the clips. You see him. He's telling the team not to foul intentionally. When they were doing that, I think that was more of, like, Spo telling them to do that.
Really?
And all the players doing it. There's footage of Bam when he was at, like,
I didn't
75,
see that.
76, where he's like, no, like, don't foul, right? So I think people, like, I'm not going to lie. I know you love Wemby. I didn't love Wemby's. Like, they all just seem so salty. Why is everyone so salty?
Oh, no,
he still scored 83. What, like, how it happened?
The
It's
Wemby
still
thing.
impressive.
Okay, so
Like,
there's a lot of people and a lot of American NBA players that are upset because Kobe is their guy and they grew up idolizing, and it's a Kobe thing. Victor, it's a competitive thing. It's, this guy scored 83 before me. I'm going to go and get 85 one time, right? Like, that's Victor's take.
I love Victor's fire.
Yeah, he's psycho.
I really do.
He's just an
awesome.
ultra competitor.
Yeah,
and,
all the time.
You know, like Wiz, like when he's in the NBA Finals, when it's 2028 NBA Finals, Spurs, Pistons, that's going to be a tough one. But it's going to be one where Isaiah Stewart does what he did, what Ben Wallace did to Shaq, and the Pistons pull off the upset. Like, that's going to happen. But Victor, I think, is kind of, it's not a Kobe thing. It's just a competitive thing. Would be my take there.
okay, I didn't even know that it was more so, like, because they were, like, Kobe guys, right? Like, I thought they were just salty, being like, this guy's just not that good. Like, obviously you look at Wilt and Kobe, you're like, you're not shocked that they scored that many, but it was like, if you had to ask me who is going to be the next person to score 80 plus in the NBA,
It'd be 100
I'm listing
people you'd score
100
ahead
guys
of
before
Bam.
Bam,
Yeah.
right? So I think that was why, or what I interpreted as, all these guys were just mad that it was
You'd
him.
pick 2 guys on his team. You'd pick Hero and Powell ahead of him.
Yeah, sure. Like, there's a lot of,
Anyway,
we would not be the name that I'd pick.
future topic. Best conspiracy theories of all time.
Okay.
Did you know that
Not
Jimmy
a-
Butler is Michael Jordan's son? Did you know that?
That one I actually don't.
And Anthony, or no, his aunt.
Yeah, they're related as
Anthony
well.
Edwards?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we can go into March Madness now, right?
Yes.
So we'll let you start off. Hopefully you speak into the mic today.
Sure.
Okay.
So what I need to just talk about for a moment or two is we're big sports fans. Now, basketball, football, baseball. College basketball, mostly just in March. Now, Wiz is a grown-up. So even if he brings his B- game today, it'll be spectacular. It'll feed us. It'll feed the fans. It'll give us the content that we need. And it'll make it easier for all our fans to enjoy the tournament, right? You got some hot takes. Would you like to hear a couple of my takes first?
Sure. Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. Okay. Here's the deal. I think NIL has actually hurt the tournament because what happened was these like mid-majors or the mid-tier power conferences, they would keep guys for 4 years, 5 years, like Tom Izzo, Michigan State. Now they just transfer and they go to the big schools, right? The example that we have in Michigan is Yazel, whatever his last name is. Lendenberg?
Lundenborg, yeah.
Yeah, Lendenberg. Yaxel. Not bad. So there's not a lot of upsets. There wasn't a ton of upsets last year. The experts are not picking a ton of upsets this year. So a lot of brackets are just kind of chalk filling them out. So I don't have a lot of upsets in my bracket. I don't know about you. But first take on NIL, how it's hurt the Cinderella stories.
Yeah, I think it's a great take, honestly. Like, it is true because when you look at it, back in the day, if you transferred, you had to sit out a year. Not only were you not, like, getting paid, but you also had to sit a year. Who wants to, like, transfer and then not play basketball for a year when you're trying to, like, go pro, right? So you had these stars that would stay at these mid-major schools, and then they could, you know, upset these bigger schools. Now, like you're saying, they're all at the big schools, getting paid the big bucks. So it is true. Like, you saw it last year was a perfect example where, like, all the 1 seeds made the Final Four, and there wasn't a lot of upsets. So, I don't know. I think this year will be another good kind of litmus test of, like, how it shapes out with NIL. But,
You edited my sheet. You took out some of my points.
Okay, first of all, we'll have this conversation. First of all, as of like a couple hours ago, Declan was going to be here with us, and you had all your Declan notes that I had to move for you. I was proactive. Sorry about me. I didn't touch anything for March Madness.
I think you did. The betting favorites?
I did not touch that.
Oh, okay.
That's fake news, AI. I didn't touch that. I merely moved some things down to the next page of the document.
Oh, that's probably it. If we go to page 2, a lot of my notes that you...
No, your movie stuff that we're not talking about. I didn't touch any March stuff.
Yeah,
Fake news.
Miss you, Deck.
Okay, miss you, Deck.
Miss you, Deck.
So, I don't want to do the NIL thing. You guys covered it extensively and really, really well. I wouldn't have anything to kind of add to that. I think you guys did a good job covering that.
What's your hot take, Isaac?
My hot take?
Or a couple of takes.
My hot take is brackets overrated. You should only do one, and it should be on paper, and it should not be money. That's my hot take.
Family bracket or family friends bracket. That's it.
Well, or not.
Hold on.
Okay.
We did this last year.
Yeah, we did.
We literally did the same thing last year. What was your reason?
Lots of reasons, but it was just I'm an agent of chaos, like Joker in Dark Knight. I just want every upset, and I don't want I don't want to have to root for certain ones and against certain ones and say, well, this bracket is this and this bracket is this and this team here. I don't know. If I see a 16 beating a 1, and let's say Arizona, I have Arizona winning it. I don't. I have Michigan. Shocker. But let's say
I have Michigan as well.
Yeah, do you have Michigan?
Me too.
Cool.
Tell.
So let's say Arizona loses in the first round, but I had Arizona in my Final Four. And I'm like, oh, well, now my bracket's busted and the other person... No, man. I don't care. I just want every upset. I want every damn upset except Michigan. That's where I'm at.
But so again, like I said last year, this is coming from the guy who has 400 fantasy football leagues, and then he has to cheer against different players, and it's like, I guarantee you there's crossover where, like, you'd want to be cheering for someone for, like, one of your leagues while he's also playing you in a different league.
That's a really good point, and I don't really have a retort other than I think it's different.
Well,
but I can't tell you how.
You have some knowledge in the fantasy football area. What happens is Joe Schmo, who works in a county, no offense, Wiz, and he fills out 78 brackets, and he gets to walk around. Oh, look at my bracket! Look at my bracket. Okay, well, you had 77 crappy ones. Don't show me the good one. Okay. That's the problem.
Well, the fill out one bracket is something that I can get behind. I think that is fine. This was more so the not filling out a bracket at all. But I agreed. The people that are like filling out all 25 brackets that ESPN lets you fill out, and then they have one where it's like, oh, I picked Furman to win. It's like, yeah, you in one of your 25 brackets. Like, that's not impressive.
Yeah, what color is the uniform? Great, pick him there.
So there's kind of my hot take, but I'm gonna give Wiz a couple lobs here. So I really quickly, we're going to do some nerdy stuff here, but it's March and it's the time for nerdy stuff. So can I just give you a lob and just say Trapezoid of Excellence, and can you run with that?
Okay, so I've seen it. I don't know exactly what goes into it. I think it's based on like 10-point runs for and 10-point runs against. Mm-hmm. Like they call those kill shots.
Yeah.
And I think Michigan and Duke and some other like...
Arizona.
Is Arizona in it? I thought there was like a niche like 7 seed in there too. Maybe
on the cusp. Like there's a couple teams on the cusp, but basically like the historical trends say like you have to be in this Trapezoid of Excellence to win. And then the 3 teams that rank the highest are, no surprise, it's Michigan, Duke, and Arizona.
Can you provide just a little more context on what the Trapezoid of Excellence is?
Well, if you were listening, Wiz did a good bit about the 10-point run thing. That's what it is.
Is that the only relevant factor?
I'm sure it's record-based. I'm sure it's point differential based. I bet there's a number of calculations.
Point differential and being the top 20 in offense and defense.
Well, that's another one of the criteria. You can get into all that where it's like you got to be top 12 in the week 6 AP poll. I looked at that today for the first time as well, and there were a couple notable.
That's kind of the triangle of excellence. It's not a trapezoid.
What, the AP poll?
No. The defense, offense.
Oh, narrower. I understand. It goes down longer.
I don't know. The Trapezoid of Excellence is like a cool thing. I know, Ryan Hammer is probably who you're talking about. You've seen him talk about it.
I ended up on a couple niche Reddit threads, to speak frankly, and they were really into the weeds on March stuff and just did like a purely numbers-based thing. And I kind of got lost. I'm better with the words than the numbers, so I tapped out. But those are the 3 teams that it graded out most favorably.
Yeah. Listen, I just want to preface, too, because I didn't have a great answer for that. Last year, I told Isaac I rewatched the episode from last year. That was my legacy game. Now, let's just say you could tell that I was unemployed last year when I did that episode.
Oh, you're talking about Arizona's backup point guard.
Yeah.
In great detail.
And now, I don't have as much time to watch the games or do
That's
the research.
okay, though.
But
That's
I still
okay.
just wanted to come and, you know.
You spearheaded
just-
this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're still better than us.
So let me give
And
you
better than most.
Okay.
Okay, so there was the one kind of big picture prompt. Can I just ask you a question and you can tell me what you think?
Sure.
So if I were to say Duke, Arizona, Michigan, or the field, what would you say to that?
I'm taking Duke, Arizona, or Michigan.
Your CBS Sports take is that as well?
Yeah, like 67% chance that one of those three
Okay,
teams win.
okay.
And
And
I
that's
think I'm pretty close to that number.
Okay, so what if I go Arizona, Michigan, or the field?
Field. Because then you drop below 50.
I would probably
Even taking
take-
off the
yeah.
pretty hats, you're dropping below
I'd probably
50.
take the field too. Like Duke
Give me
is,
some points.
Me points?
Or no, give me some odds. If we only get two teams,
Okay.
we get some odds.
Arizona, okay, yeah. Because this is real, this is Vegas. Arizona, Michigan, one of them. So Arizona,
Plus
Michigan, or field,
190.
it's like almost 2-1.
Yeah.
Plus 190, which you don't understand, but almost
I do.
2-1.
I know. Okay, I'm taking Arizona,
No,
Michigan.
that would be 3-1.
Yes, yeah, 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
I know, it's
So $1 returns
You don't know.
$3, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
$1 returns to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, or if you bet with more than $1, you know,
You return
$10
more,
to
yeah.
30. But I stay single digits. Okay, a couple Cinderella stories. I'm just gonna throw teams that I see everywhere, and you can tell me if we're in or if we're not in and why. And I know you'll want to. I'm sure you've done some Cinderella reading. So the one I can't go anywhere without seeing is VCU. I see VCU all over the place. All the sharps VCU. Are we in or are we not in, and why?
Okay, well, here's the problem is, like, you say the sharps, but just, like, consuming all
I
media, it's like,
made that up.
Literally everyone's on VCU, and I was on VCU right away. Like, I watched VCU play in their conference championship game on Sunday, and they looked like they could have been a 1 seed. Like, this is, like, the best team I've ever seen. They were all crazy athletic. They could all shoot threes. They were turning, like, the other team over. Like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, I'm, like, going to pick them. And then, of course, they draw North Carolina, which is a really favorable matchup because North Carolina, their entire team was based on Caleb Wilson, who
And
was
now
a
he's
freshman,
injured.
and now he's out. So their whole team, like, I think they're terrible without him. So, honestly, I love VCU. The thing that scares me is, like, whenever it is a super trendy upset pick, usually it's not that easy. Like, it's usually the upsets that nobody sees coming.
But is that just a one-round upset? Because they're going to lose to Illinois in the next round.
I saw some people fraud checking Illinois. Wiz?
Okay, like, I wish they didn't have to play Illinois because I could see Illinois.
Illinois is good.
Illinois is very good. And I could see Illinois making a Final Four run. But also, a part of me wants to take VCU to upset them and go on, like, a little run. So, I don't know what I'll end up doing. I could see either of those teams going on a run.
Any other upsets, Cinderellas?
Oh, buddy, I got a lot. Santa Clara over Kentucky was one that I saw. I think it was a mix of a lot of people out on Kentucky this year. And then, I don't know what the buzz with Santa Clara is. I'm sure you can enlighten us. But where are you on Santa Clara / Kentucky upset?
I'm probably going to take Santa Clara in my bracket. A lot of people are talking about how, like, obviously Kentucky played harder opponents, but they've been very, like, streaky. Like, they're very inconsistent. They're not that good. But, like, the talent disparity, usually when you have these, like, mid-majors against the, like, Big Four, like, Power 4 schools, there's a big gap in, like, talent. But a lot of people are saying, like, Santa Clara has just as good a talent on their roster as Kentucky does.
Steve Nash still at Santa Clara?
No, not unfortunately not.
Wasn't
no.
the last time they were there was Steve Nash? I feel like I read that.
I think that
Yeah,
might have
then
been
I'm
a
not
stat,
picking
yeah.
Santa Clara. I'm picking Kentucky. They got 4 and 5 star guys. I'm picking Kentucky.
Okay, so I just want to say this. Wiz did this whole big, I have a job, I don't know as much, but you're cooking. So I
He's
just want to
cooking.
say, way to go, man.
I haven't
See?
watched a single Santa Clara game all year. I
But
couldn't
he's
name
dialed.
a
No,
single player
That's
on
not
their
true.
team.
But he's
I'm
going
not
to
sure
go
if there's
home.
1,000 people in the United States have watched a Santa Clara game.
I have another upset that I'd just like to throw out. You let me know. South Florida. South Florida over Louisville is the first round one. Where are we on this?
Okay, so that's one that, again, I thought of right away, and now it just got announced today that Louisville's Mikal Brown, I think their best player,
Yeah, freshman.
is out. And that makes me want to do it even more. But that's another one that's, like, so trendy, right? Like, everybody seems to be on that. And I was kind of on that just as, like, a spite pick. Because last year, I came on here and I said Louisville-Creighton was the 8-9 game. The very first game of the tournament. And I said, I'm going to, like, I think I have a perfect bracket until, like, 20 minutes into the first game when they're going to be down by 20 points to Creighton. And I swear, they were down by 20 points to Creighton with 3 minutes left in the first half.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, I don't want to pick Louisville again. And now I think it's a good opportunity, but again, I get scared when everybody is on one of the upsets. Like that, it's never that easy.
I have another one that let's see if you remember what you called them last year. So I brought up High Point last year because High Point was in last year. Do you remember your reaction to me saying High Point?
Is that the team with a bunch of Canadians or a bunch of Hebes?
Whew. I don't know. Not relevant. When I said High Point, you said that's how Calvin Johnson catches a football. You did, and you just did this whole bit about you just called him. You just called him Calvin Johnson. Yeah. So High Point plays Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Where are we on this right now?
Okay, so that's one. They're like two of the highest scoring teams in the country. I generally think they're like top 10 each in like points per game or something. Everybody's talking about how that game's gonna be like 100 to 95, whatever.
So we're taking the under.
So we'll take the under, of course. And I think I'll be on Wisconsin. A lot of people are trying to crown this guy. I don't know his name. It might be Chase or something. He only shoots threes. He's like 0 for 4 from 2 points, like 2-point field goals in the season. He's taken 4 2-point shots in the season, missed them all. Only shoots threes. Everybody's talking about how, he's going to be the next Jack Golke. Remember Jack Golke?
Yeah, he was awesome.
And I say to that, you don't get to crown the heroes in March Madness. You don't get to pick who they're going to be.
They crown themselves.
They crown themselves. They find you.
Take.
They choose you. So
Fans, that's why we've got Wiz on the show.
Whenever I see people talking about these guys before the tournament starts, I'm like, you just cursed him. He's not going to be good now. And I think this guy's averaging like 5 points per game. He's not good. He's not going to be a factor. I'm taking Wisconsin in that game.
Okay. My last one is Akron.
Yeah.
Akron, elite 3-point shooting, and I wrote down, ready for a run. I'm not sure where that came from, but they're ready for a run. Are we in on Akron?
I am in on Akron. This is the 3rd year in a row that Akron has won the MAC.
That's why they're ready.
Okay. And they are ready for a run. Last year, I was not in on Akron, and they got smoked. I was happy with that. This year, I think they have a favorable matchup with Texas Tech, because Texas Tech doesn't have JT Toppin, who was like a top 5 player in college basketball. I think they're a totally different team without him. And I think the last time the MAC had a team that won in the tournament was when Ohio beat Virginia as a 13 seed in like 2021.
Nice.
And I think
that's a great poll.
I think now the MAC gets another win in the tournament with Akron.
Okay, so I have a segue. You mentioned Miami of Ohio. It's a big story. My question, why should I care? Not Miami of Ohio.
It was just Ohio.
Okay, what about Miami of Ohio?
Miami of Ohio.
What is the deal there? Because I see them all over the place, and I know they have first 4 tonight. This will be up late Wednesday or early Thursday. Miami of Ohio. What's the story there?
Okay, so the story there is they play a terrible schedule. I don't think they played a single quad 1 or quad 1,
no, they
quad
played
2
Upper
team.
Idaho State Teachers College.
That's
their best
all
matchup.
they play. Okay, and they went 31-0 in the regular season.
So what?
And they lose the first game of the conference tournament. Okay. I still think the committee did the right thing by putting them in the first 4. Honestly, that's one thing everybody's talking about. The committee got it right on like all levels. The seeding, the teams that got in. People were talking about it was a weak bubble. So I think it's a perfect thing because everybody's like, oh, they need to like get a shot. Like they were 31-0, right? Well, yeah, here's your shot. You get to play in the first 4, prove that you deserve to be in the field, and if you win, then there you go. If not, then clearly you didn't deserve to be in.
Okay. That's really good upset sleeper dialogue. I have some more prompts, but do you have a prompt or something for Wiz? You want Wiz to cook on?
Yeah, I want to hear his Final Four picks.
We're going right. Okay, go ahead.
Fans want that.
So my current Final Four, I think, is Michigan, Duke, Houston, and Purdue. I know that my co-hosts here probably don't love Purdue. I know Isaac hates Purdue since he saw them lose as a 1 seed.
Fairleigh Dickinson University. I was boots on the ground. I will always fade Purdue.
You know, the more I watch Purdue, the more I think we can beat them, right?
Purdue's losing to Gonzaga.
You think they're losing to Gonzaga?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Purdue, they have so much depth, right? Like, they have Lawyer and Smith and Kaufman-Rent who have been there forever. They have this other Fluff guy that came in as a transfer.
Big hairy guy.
Yeah, really, really good.
Ball knower.
Yeah, I know ball.
But he's grinding Purdue tape.
And when you watch them, like, yeah, they beat Michigan in the Big Ten championship game. They looked amazing. Like they looked like they couldn't be stopped. So Michigan is the number 1 ranked defense on KenPom. And Purdue is the number 1 ranked offense on KenPom. And Michigan looked terrible on defense. They couldn't stop them at all in that Big Ten game. Like, Michigan was scoring. They couldn't stop scoring. When they were down by like 10, they would go down and score. They couldn't get a stop. The pick and roll with Braden Smith and Kaufman-Rent was like unbelievable.
Couldn't stop that.
Yeah.
So I guess while we're on Purdue, I'm looking at the bracket here, and they essentially can walk to the Elite Eight, right? Like they have a really easy path. They would have Gonzaga theoretically,
BYU, Gonzaga winner.
but BYU is already on fraud watch in the first round to Texas. I still think BYU is going to win because I'm in on Debanza as a guy and as a prospect, which is a different conversation, which I would actually welcome if we could do a NBA thing where it's like, so you got Peterson and Debanza. Yeah. What is the deal with first overall picks and who do you favor right now?
Okay, well, like, just looking at it from a college perspective, like, I don't know how you don't want Debanza over Peterson. Like, Peterson has played better in moments, but, like, all the drama where he's, like, sitting out of games and he's, like, pulling himself, and it seems like Bill Self, the coach, is like very frustrated with him. Whereas on the other side, you have Debanza, who's like, yeah, I'll play all 40 minutes and I'm going to drop 30.
And I think he's taking advantage of the negative stuff with Peterson.
He's got someone in 100%. His ear.
Yeah.
Debanza has someone in his ear, an NBA team, like his team of advisors.
No, he's got one of you guys who's a smart guy who went to high school with, like, okay, here's the narrative. You're going to stick to it.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe that. Maybe as a good communications guy.
That's it.
But that would be kind of where I would lean Debanza as well.
Yeah.
Kansas is a 4? Are they 4?
They're a 4. They got Cal Baptist.
What do we... Okay, let's go into it. Cal Baptist is a quick poll. What do we think about that?
Cal Baptist has a guy who's 5'10". His name is Dominique Daniels Jr., okay? Yeah. This is a guy to watch, okay?
I'm saying you're junior.
I'm serious. This guy is unbelievable. He's only 5'10". He's crazy athletic.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9". So
he's like crazy athletic. Pretty much the same guy.
Not crazy athletic. But this guy, like... I'm telling you, if he has a good game, he will be like the story of the first round. But again, I'm not going to crown anyone prematurely. They choose you. You can't choose them.
Okay. That's really good stuff.
Good takes.
Dad, what do you have? Do you have something queued up?
Yeah. My Final Four is Connecticut, Illinois, Arizona, and Michigan.
Okay. Do you want to talk about... I don't have a Final Four.
I know you don't. You've only picked like 5 games.
I picked like 5 games, and 4 of them were Michigan. So Michigan's in the final. Michigan's winning it all. So I'll say Michigan. I do like Arizona, so I'll have Arizona as my other one. Then in the East, we'll go UConn. And then in the South, we'll go... See, this is the Illinois VCU debate that comes up here, right? Where it's like, we like Illinois. I watched a bit of Illinois. I liked what I saw. But VCU is a fun team that I'd like in my Sweet 16. Okay, let me go with Illinois. I'll stay with Illinois.
So fans, what I'd like you to do is go back 2 minutes and listen to my Final Four.
It's not the same.
He just picked the exact same 4 teams.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Did you actually? That's hilarious, because I remember last year you announced your Final Four, and then he goes, oh, on the spot, I have to change because 3 of my 4 are the same as him.
Yeah, actually, that's awesome.
Actually, I'm changing my Final Four.
Just like last year. We're just do the same episode. Copy, paste.
But this year, the fans got your fraud checked.
I'm changing my Final Four. So Michigan, I'll take out Arizona too. Why not? No, I'll leave Arizona in. You don't have UConn, do you? You have UConn.
Yeah, he does.
I like UConn. Okay, Michigan State for Dom.
I actually don't hate that. I do think Michigan State.
How many balls is Fears allowed to kick in the tournament? What's the over/under on that?
Okay, so
like it's 5.5.
Michigan, Arizona, Michigan State, and VCU. In the Final Four.
I got an interesting thing on Arizona.
Let's go, Wiz.
Please.
Okay? I'm interested.
Arizona, this is an interesting stat because people love to talk about in March what makes teams poised for long runs, right? The good guard play and shoot the 3, right? I talked about last year how I didn't love St. John's as a 2 seed because they were not good shooting 3s. They lost in the second round. Okay, Arizona. Now, mind you, they look fantastic. Their resume is fantastic. Every time I watch them, I'm like, this team is unbelievable. They are 354th in Division I in 3-point attempts per game. Ooh. They don't take 3s. Now, obviously, it's been good up to now, but that's something that scares me with them. Like, they look really good. I like them, but I don't love betting on a team or picking a team to go far that doesn't shoot 3s.
You got Rip Hamilton and you got DeMar DeRozan shooting 2s all day long.
Yeah, all 2s.
Interesting.
So let's do an Arizona conversation as I look at the West here. So Arizona, assuming they get through Long Island, they play Villanova, Utah State. right?
You know what that is?
So that's the Utah State guys.
No, Long Island. Fins up. Have you seen
Oh,
that?
I've seen Fins Up. Explain Fins Up. I forgot what school. This is really good.
I actually heard more about it. I forget. I think it was one of the Barstool podcasts. These guys at Long Island, okay, it's a very small school. When they're at these games, there's one guy who will stand there and he'll just go, fins up, and then the whole like,
But there's
fans, they all go like this.
10 guys that do it.
And apparently, none of these guys went to Long Island. They're not even associated with Long Island.
Just a bunch of
they
fans.
just chose a random team to go and follow and cheer for, and they started this fins up
That's
thing,
actually
and now it's
awesome.
gone viral.
So we have Fins Up versus Arizona. Let's say Arizona conquers. The Villanova Utah State is the winner gets Arizona, right?
Yeah,
Are you with me?
Yeah.
And that's a big game. Nova and Utah State is a very fun first round matchup. All the sharps are saying. So let's say Utah State shoots the lights out because they're the 3-point team, right?
Right.
So let's say Utah State shoots the lights out, and then it's Utah State Arizona. Can we entertain a Utah State shoots 65% from three to beat Arizona?
100%. Like, I wouldn't pick that because the Mountain West historically does terrible in like the March Madness tournament. But 100% I could see that. When you have a team that does shoot a lot of threes, if they get hot against a team that, like Arizona, where they can't come back. Like, if you're down, ideally you would need to hit some threes to come back. And if they can't, I mean,
And then
it'll be tough.
if we want to fade Arizona, like if this is a goal, we want to fade Arizona just to cope so Michigan has an easier Final Four matchup. Arkansas is a 4 seed that I've seen a lot of people on, and I've read some favorable advanced stuff with Arkansas.
What's the guard that's like a top
Yeah,
5 guy?
Darius Acuff.
Yeah.
who could be a future Piston, but he doesn't play defense.
Oh, no.
He's not play defense, but he's a guy to watch. Can we go? So if we have an Arkansas Arizona in the Sweet 16, that'd be awesome, right?
Yeah, that's what I think what is likely
that's
going to
what I've got
happen.
played
I think
out.
it's more likely that Arkansas could be the team that upsets Arizona, especially if Acuff has like a really good game. But yeah, I'm not personally going to have Arizona into my Final Four, but I know a lot of people think that they're like the best team in college basketball.
So, Dad, you have a completed bracket. Can you read us your Elite 8 or Sweet 16 or a matchup that looks good that you're like, oh, this might be a good game? Could you give us something like that?
Yeah, 100%.
But you have to speak into the mic so people at home can
Sure.
hear.
Duke and Connecticut, right? Two of the top teams in college basketball, two of the blue bloods in college basketball. That's going to be the money game on Saturday night at 8 p.m. That'll be fun to watch.
Yeah,
I don't love the fact that Duke is always good because I hate Duke, but they're great. They lost one of their dudes, and they're still awesome.
yeah, and there's still people talk about how they have two guys out, but the Ngongba, the center, he's likely
back.
coming back.
Okay.
But Foster
Now the other
is-
boozer's stepping up.
Yeah, I don't know how good he is. Like, he doesn't seem like he's that good. But, I mean, the limited minutes he gets, he just, like, plays his role, and he seems like a good enough guy. But, yeah, like, this side of the bracket, like, this region is obviously, like, the coach's bracket, right? Like, where you get all the cool matchups.
Yes.
Like, you have St. John's, Kansas. That'll be crazy with, like, Patino and South. And then even people talk about, like, round 2 with UConn, UCLA. That'll be a coach show in itself, where you'll have Mick Cronin and Dan Hurley. Mick Cronin, I hate that guy.
This is
But
the
he
UCLA
Oh my
coach
God.
show.
Yeah, the East bracket is all the coaches,
all
right?
the coaches.
And you didn't even mention
yeah,
Izzo
Didn't
yet.
even mention Izzo. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was going to say.
Or John Shire with Duke.
Who I like and you like as well.
I love John Shire, yeah.
So my last kind of team to have a brief dialogue about is Nebraska, the Cornhuskers. Wiz, can you educate us on Nebraska? And I'm assuming you're fading them, but can you tell, or are you in?
So Ryan Hammer, the guy I talked about, who is a big like college basketball analyst, he's fading them. A lot of people haven't been. I don't think I will. I do like Nebraska. So Nebraska has never won a March Madness tournament game, which is crazy to think about. That they're like a Big Ten school and they've
that's amazing.
never won a tournament game. Now Troy, who they're playing, has also never won a tournament game. So history will be
History's gonna be made
in that game. One of these schools will win their first game, but. This Ryan Hammer guy was talking about how Nebraska wants teams to shoot threes. Like, that's kind of what they do. Like, force these teams into shooting threes, and that's, like, kind of their defensive style. Whereas Troy likes to shoot a lot of threes and can shoot a lot of threes. And there's these two brothers.
Oh, that'd be a good game to watch.
That sounds
Two
like a lot of
brothers,
fun.
don't ask me their names, on Troy that apparently can shoot the three.
Do we know what day and time that game is? This is not super relevant, great podcasting, but this is a fan asking now. I'll look later. It's okay.
Just fill the time.
So,
It's all good.
so that kind of covers March. We did
Any
a
other
good-
takes on March?
No, that's what I was wrapping up, but I will let you wrap it up.
Okay, folks. We were going to talk about the Pistons because we love them. We're a little sad. and we were going to talk about the Lions. Does anybody know, without looking, the names of the guys they signed in free agency?
So now we're switching. So you want to do the Lions?
No. I just a quick take. They signed a bunch of nobodies. Like, what's the deal? The California Penal League guys?
Mays is good, no? That's his
He's
name?
okay.
He's good?
Yeah, he's an $8 million. Okay, we're doing Lions now. Like, are we fully switching to Lions?
We are.
Okay, you should properly tee it up without that cryptic thing. What he's trying to say is the Lions had one of the worst off seasons from what we thought was a contender that I can ever remember for a sports team. In the sense where the moves were so bad. I'm going to be kind of negative here. But please walk me away from the cliff.
Do it, yeah.
SV's got your back.
So
The DA's got your back.
So the moves were so bad, it made sharp fans that like read every move say, are they rebuilding? Or are they tanking this year to get a top 10? Like, what is the rationale? So I try to rationalize these decisions that are being made by the Lions front office. And I have such a hard time making sense of them. The Mays signing, I understand it. That's a center. You don't have a center.
They need to have a center just so Goff doesn't get killed.
That I understand. But everything else, it is
Barry Borum, Roger McCreary, Christian Izion. Who the hell are
Well,
these
they did
guys?
nothing on defense, right? Like, did they not have a single...
They didn't
They
have...
signed DJ Wanham. Who the
Anyone-
hell
anyone with-
crap on Carolina.
In the first few days of free agency, they didn't sign anyone of note on defense, to answer your
Yeah,
question.
okay.
Yeah, they didn't address defense until the next week, when it was just kind of, as we've been saying, bargain bin guys going
Salvation
shopping.
Army, what do you got?
So the Lions, it's an offseason that was so baffling. I don't understand it. I still don't. The Mays signing, to be specific, to discuss that directly, is a good signing and seems like good value. You know, was there a reason that they couldn't write a blank check for Linderbaum? Like, they weren't going to outbid the Raiders. I get that. But that's what serious teams are going to do. Serious teams are going to write blank checks for guys. They're going to trade first-round picks that are then going to get rescinded because of some fake health thing. But at least they tried, right? So, and then the whole Taylor Decker thing I don't even want to get into, and how that was just a PR and malpractice.
I'm
by the
actually okay
Lions.
with the whole Taylor Decker stuff.
So am I, but that's malpractice to do this whole thing.
Their PR team certainly did not handle
This
it.
whole song and dance for an old O-lineman coming back for one more year. Whoa. Where have we heard that? They had the same song and dance for Frank Ragnow. Both these guys are zombies, just going golfing together, using the golf cart because they can't walk because their legs don't work.
Yeah.
So it's just upsetting to me as a Lions fan who cares. Sorry, I've went on too much. I'm very upset about the Lions offseason. I need something to save me. Sorry, guys. Go ahead, please.
No, that was good. I'm not super tapped in on Lions free
You know who's
agency, so
gonna
I was
save us?
soaking it all in.
Tigers are going to save us. And the Lions actually still have the sixth best roster in the NFL because they got so many good guys.
What did you make that number? What is sixth best roster? Why not 7? Why not 5?
Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
Sixth best roster. The only teams in the NFC with a better roster than them.
Dad, what about 6,
Rams,
7?
Seahawks.
What about 6?
I'm not a 14-year-old girl.
No, it's like 12-year-old boy.
Boy.
Yeah,
Is it
it's like
12-year-old boys?
Yeah, it's like our little cousins.
Okay, either way, it's dumb.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so what did John Pork say about? If John Pork were here with us today, what
First
would
of all,
he?
John Pork is
What
dead.
about
He's
looks
made
maxing?
up.
You ever get him looks maxing?
No, I don't get that.
Me?
He doesn't get
This
it
is
either.
just natural. I know you got to roll stuff on your cheeks to make your face look weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Did you understand that? I don't.
Yeah, he's looks maxing.
Oh.
Looks maxing.
No, I just looks max naturally. I don't need to do anything.
You're mogging us right now.
I'm mocking you.
No, mogging.
Mogging. Yeah, I'm
Mogging.
mogging you. That word I don't know.
Keep going. This is really. You're doing really good.
What's
with
mogging?
No, that's it. Mogging is basically like you look better than me and Isaac right now. So like you're frame mogging us right now by being in this camera. You make me and Isaac look worse because
Yeah,
of how
you guys
good
should
we
actually
look.
go off camera because you don't want to be in the same picture as me.
Because
Exactly,
we got
yeah.
mobbed.
Yeah, because
You got mogged.
No, I'm mogging you guys. I'm gonna use that line tomorrow. Let's see if it works.
In a meeting,
Mogging.
Mogging.
With a big meeting. I'm writing it down. I'm going to a couple of big meetings tomorrow. I'm going to use mogging. Give me another word I can use tomorrow.
What's the look? Is it looks maxing?
Yeah, anything maxing.
People know what that means.
So you could say anything maxing. You're meeting maxing. I don't know.
Bracket maxing.
Yeah, you're bracket.
Hey,
maxing.
are you guys bracket maxing today?
It could be espresso maxing.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
espresso maxing. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So this is riveting podcast.
This is good stuff. This is good
actually, all
content.
kidding aside, it is. Do we have anything else? I guess Wiz, we'll let you kind of steer the last very brief segment of the show here. If you have a question or you want to just say bye.
I just have a couple quick questions. The one, now I don't know if it's as relevant. Like I said, I'm not following NBA. I was going to ask, how did the Pistons go from 2 years ago, like the worst team ever, like the worst team in the league, where you have that Cade clip where he's looking at the paper, he's like, man, we're not this bad. We're not like, what was it, 2 and whatever bad. And now they're like,
leading the East.
I thought they were really good. You guys, clearly they've had
They're
a couple
good.
bad stints.
They're still the
maybe,
second
but-
best team in the East.
Right. So I was saying, like, that's mind-blowing to me that they had such a quick turnaround. Like,
Give you a
how did
couple
that
of quick
happen?
takes. One, Cade Cunningham is a top 4 player in the NBA.
First team All-NBA.
Yeah, Duran really took a big step forward, and the entire team committed to a defensive identity.
That's great stuff there. That's really, really good. I can't add to that. It's best.
Wow. Okay.
So that's a good Pistons take there.
Yeah, that was my Pistons question. Then another brief one. Like we kind of talked about it. I don't know if you wanted to talk anything Oscars about like how Timmy lost the Oscar, because I don't know how he could be so favored, and then like it just switches out like seemingly.
We can have a conversation off air about this.
That's probably off air.
Okay.
It is a mix of a lot of reasons. I will say this.
Tourette's.
I really like Michael B. Jordan, and I really love Sinners. I think Sinners is awesome. Did you see Sinners?
I saw Sinners, and I thought it was awesome. Like, honestly,
great.
me watching them, I thought Michael B. Jordan should have won anyway. But I just didn't know, like, because Timmy was so heavily favored, everybody said that Timmy was going to win. How did it change so, like, quickly?
I think we need to bring Deck and Wiz back together 2 weeks from now for another mega episode. We can give a great big NCAA update prior to the Final Four, and we can do that Oscar poll.
Buddy's podcast
Calling
maxing.
it out.
Podcast
maxing right
Podcast
now.
maxing.
Man, we're the number 1 sports podcast in Southwestern Ontario, right? You know that?
That is true.
Check
yeah.
the stats.
So write that. That's a really good call to action. That's an actionable item. Next, are we saying next episode is with Wiz and
Next
Deck?
episode, yeah.
Okay, well, that's
Wiz
back
and
to
Deck.
You can't get rid of me, guys. I'm back. I'm back next
Do we have another hat?
2 weeks. I can get one
We
from
gotta get
Val.
another hat from
if
Val.
Michigan's still in the tournament by then, which they will be.
They will be.
I'll bring another hat, and Deck will be wearing a Michigan hat.
Okay,
Hey,
well, I'm
shout
good.
out to the fans. We appreciate the support. What else do you have to say?
Me?
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for staying with us. Wiz, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, and I'll see you next episode.
See you next episode. Same bad time, same bad channel.